Meet Ji-an, a 7-year-old girl, whose world turns upside down when her grandmother passes away. Left in the care of her uncle, Ji-an's ordinary day takes a terrifying turn when her uncle receives a mysterious call, leaving him visibly shaken. Before he leave her, he told her that his friend would come to stay with her until he returns, but he instructs her not to open the door until he answers a puzzle. She chooses the puzzle. What is the favorite horse sport? She tells him the answer, table tennis. With the tension thick in the air, Ji-an anxiously waits as a suspicious man attempts to force his way into the house. Ji-an comes close as she hears the noise and asks him the puzzle, but he doesn't answer. The stranger's intrusion heightens Ji-an's fear, just as the door swings open as he slowly enters. A hand reaches him and drags him out. The fighting noises stop, and the door opens as another man enters, with a phone in his hand. He shows Ji-an a note saying table tennis. As she calms down, another man starts approaching the house. Her uncle's friend asks her to stay in her room. As he closes the door behind her, the second man enters the house with a gun in his hand. As they fight, she opens the door slightly to check on him. She sees a third man cutting her uncle's friend's arm. She closes the door, but they hear it. They rush inside to catch her, but they couldn't find her. After searching, they find the window open. As one of them checks, Ji-an is hanging on a pipe. As he tries to reach her, she falls onto a remaining old couch. She tries to run as they attempt to catch her, but suddenly, a vehicle hits her. People started gathering on her, and the villains couldn't catch her. She wakes up in the hospital from a nightmare, and the same man from her house is coming toward her. As he reaches for her bed, he doesn't find her. She was already out, running towards the morgue. The man was after her and saw her closing the door. She opens up the dead body's freezer door and hides inside it, along with a dead body. As the man opens the door of the morgue, Ji-an's terror reaches new heights when she discovers the identity of the corpse is her own mother. As he reaches out to the door of the freezer, the door of the morgue opens and one of his friends show up. As he talks to him, a gun fires at him from behind his friend. As Ji-an, freezing and scared, the bullets keeps hitting everywhere. As the noise stops, the door of the freezer open up by her uncle. Her mother, father, and grandmother were killed by mercenaries who were once friends with her uncle, who worked with a mercenary company that conducted operations for money. Found himself in a dire situation during one operation. A member of their team began enjoying killing innocent people. In a horrifying incident, he blew up a group of women. Ji-an's uncle intervened to save one of the women named Min-hye, leading to a confrontation where the aggressor almost killed him. However, Min-hye fired at the aggressor's face, allowing Ji-an's uncle to overpower him. Amidst the chaos, with the place rigged to blow up, Ji-an's uncle and the woman narrowly escaped, while the aggressor was left behind. They believed him to have perished in the explosion. Ji-an's uncle eventually left the mercenary life behind, but years later, the mercenary team discovered that the aggressor had survived, but now seeking revenge. They are all targeting Ji-an's uncle to save himself and Ji-an from the attacks. He went to one of the bosses of the mercenary company and made a deal with him. He asked to stop attacking him, and he in return will forget that they killed his mother, brother, and his brother's wife. They all agreed, but Ji-an's uncle wanted something for the long run. He decided to build a business, but not any business, as he knows the danger. He trains Ji-an very hard to be strong and capable of protecting herself. A few years later, she gets in trouble for hitting a man, and she had to call her uncle, but a policeman replied to her call, telling her that her uncle committed suicide. As she goes to arrange the funeral, she needs a picture of her uncle, so she visits a friend named Jeong Min. He is very good at cybersecurity, and he asked her to help with the cleaning of her uncle's house, and she agreed. As she finishes the funeral, she gets to her house, and she cries on the memories of her uncle. At the same time, her friend gets to the house and stays with her. A moment later, he gives her a phone that he finds in her uncle's house. She opens the phone to see a message. "Your balance is 18.7 billion. They both get shocked, as if how he could make all that money with the agricultural tools business. As they get to the computer to check his website, they discover a hidden website inside the agricultural tools website. As they enter the website, they see all kinds of weapons and ammunition. The store have 4 codes or ranks for members. The first is red, specially made for killers and assassins. It contains guns, weapons, poison. The second is purple, made for spies and undercover agents. It contains devices for spying. Third is yellow for cleaning, people who clean the scene and cover the crimes. The fourth is green. It's special. Whoever have the green code is not allowed to be killed or attacked by anyone, and if that happened, everyone who holds the other codes are obligated to protect the green code holders. There is only 2 people who can hold this code: Ji-an and her uncle. The man who wants her uncle dead made a reward for her head, as he promised her uncle before. When every mercenary hear this, they all head to Ji-an's house. Suddenly a big explosion shook the place, and bunch of drones with weapons started firing at Ji-an and her friend. Luckily the glass was bulletproof, but the drones had bombs too. They had blown it up and started tracing them. Her friend hides in a closet. As the drone trying to kill him, Ji-an shoot the drone down. But the others keeps coming. As they get trapped, a woman, who is Min-hye, the same woman Ji-an uncle saved, shoots an electric shockwave on the house, causing the drones to shut down. As she enters the house, Ji-an's friend tries to attack, but she managed him and drugged him. A fight between Ji-an and Min-hye started. Min-hye managed Ji-an and checked her code, and she was just making sure that Ji-an is the green code holder. As they speak, the killers started approaching the house, and some shoot starts to hit near them. They both take cover. As a drone enters the house, Min-hye tries to shoot it down, but the sniper shoots her in the shoulder. Ji-an tries to remember her uncle training, and she come up with an idea. She sticks a piece of mirror on a stick, and she tries to see where the sniper is at, but he shoots it multiple times. As she tries desperately to change its positions, she discovered that he had a disadvantage. She immediately gets over the fridge and jumps to the other side. She tries to reach the gun under the couch, but she doesn't reach it, so she improvises by flipping the couch, but she found a sniper rifle. She shoots at the sniper, but she misses, and the mercenaries are now surrounding the house. Min-hye covers as the two try to escape to the warehouse as he targets them. Min-hye shoots him, but she also misses. As they enter the warehouse, the killers start shooting. Min-hye covers for them again as they find a secret elevator to a secret place. As she enters her uncle's birthday, it was wrong, but she remembers when her uncle was trying to force her to remember her ID number. She enter it, and it was right code. As they go down, a masked man show up holding a gun at them. Meanwhile, Min-hye tried to stop the mercenary squad. After a bloody battle, she won thanks to her fighting skills. Come back to Ji-an, as the guy with the mask hold his gun at them. She manages to attack him and take his gun. But what she didn't know that this guy is her uncle's friend. He goes by the name Brother. Her uncle helped him and saved his life when he was a kid. He tried to warn her to not trust her friend. But Ji-an was so confused and she didn't trust him. Finally, he managed to escape. And he imprisoned Ji-an and caught her friend. He gives Ji-an the book of instructions as if she whether agree or not to become the new owner of the shop and take complete responsibility, and she agrees. But again, she didn't trust him and asked to release her friend. He warned her again and told her that her uncle died because of this guy. As Ji-an started to get suspicious, he tries to convince her that he helped her and he would not do that. Brother gave her a name for a video that contains the evidence of her uncle's death. As she go to open it, her friend stopped her, telling her that it could be a hacking trick. As she remembers that he helped her, she chose to believe him. She kicked Brother out. Her friend started hugging her very tight. As she relaxed, he drugged her. His name is Jeong-min. Months ago, he was living a normal day of a hacker, but the mercenary company gets to his house and make him hack a website, and he successfully did it. So they made him work for the company, and his mission is to hack Ji-an uncle's website and to kill him. He started to work with her uncle to get close to him, but her uncle finds out and starts interrogating him. But Jeong-min recorded a deep fake voice of Ji-an. She begs her uncle to help her, and the only way to let her go is to kill himself. His love to her and the miserable situation got him to do it. He get close to her, she struggles him with her legs and run away. As he come to find her, she trapped him in a rope. She kick him until he pass out. Meanwhile, Brother activates a protection system with bulletproof doors, but the killers got a small robot and it managed to stop one of the doors, and they all get in. Min-hye opened the door and started shooting at the mercenaries. At the same time, Ji-an gets out to help her, as the three of them hide in the path. The last killer gets in. And grabs Ji-an outside. As he pulls out a knife, a man stabbed him from behind, who is her uncle's friend, and her martial arts master pass in. As they all rest and prepare, Jeong-min get loose and manipulate the shop system and take control of the robot and send a sound wave from it. As they all collapse, a vehicle with the most dangerous three mercenaries breaking into the house. The twins attack Pasin and Min-hye, and the third mercenary attacked Ji-an. Brother strangled him, and Ji-an escaped. Meanwhile, Pasin kills the twins. In the warehouse, Jeong-min gets out of the shop talking down on Mercenaries' company. The last mercenary hear him and kill him. Ji-an get down to the shop, and he follows her. As he tries to kill her, she set up gasoline and trapped him and set him on fire. But fire extinguishing system starts. But she shoot him. She cuts his head and send it to all the rest of the mercenaries at the warehouse. And she announces on the speakers that she will send them all triple the amount. They will get paid by the company. They will remain alive, and she will get them all weapons with major discounts. And after all, if the shop closes, they all will get out of business. They all think it through, and finally they all left the place. As she gets out and doesn't find anybody, she breaks down crying. She's still confused and lost. A big bus arrives, and it's the cleaning service that will clear all the bodies and evidence. As they clean, another car arrives. and it's her uncle. This is the first season of the show. The first moment the second season comes, I will record the new season. Please consider subscribing to my humble channel. If you want me to do a video on a certain show or movie, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.